Welcome to Game Theorem, where we have serious discussions about absurd entertainment.
Mario, you sure got chatty all of a sudden. I mean, you never talk. Goombella, partner of Paper Mario.
I'm Kira.
I'm Kyle.
And we're talking about all the different forms of Mario today.
Yes, we like to call this the Faces of Mario. Mm-hmm. So this is a revisit. We're following up on the Mario franchise because our first episode was just a really brief overview of everything.
Yeah, of every single game.
So we thought there's so many games in here, and the Mario franchise isn't really known for its renowned stories, but they are known for their characters. Mm-hmm. So we thought, what if we had an entire episode dedicated to the most iconic face in all of video games?
Mario.
And that's what we're going to do.
Yep. All right.
All right, so I'm going to go on a little bit about the backstory of Mario, Kira. Let me know if you got any questions, okay?
All right.
So, Mario was born as one of the 7 star children. They were born in the clouds, manifested in the mushroom world, and said that they were one day going to change the world. So when the stork was delivering baby Mario to his parents, well, see, Mario was one of twins. They came in a pair, Mario and Luigi, right? Mm-hmm. So the stork was delivering both of them. Mm-hmm. But because baby Bowser was a brat, stuff happened. Baby Mario had to go on a lot of adventures to eventually find his parents. Spent some time being raised by Yoshis on Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, baby Mario got back to his parents along with baby Luigi, and they spent some time there. Mm-hmm. However, at some point in Mario's youth, he and his brother Luigi found a pipe, and because the mushroom world's covered with trans-dimensional pipes, right? Mm-hmm. It ended up taking him to another world, Earth. So Mario and Luigi actually grew up in Earth, specifically Brooklyn in New York.
Really?
Yes, and that's where they learned to become plumbers because of their past experience with pipes.
Wow. Okay. Who taught them?
Well, they were kind of self-taught.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Self-teach yourself a very complicated and expensive trade.
Hey, once you learn how to plug a trans-dimensional pipe, I think the ordinary water and poop ones will be easy.
So you're saying they worked on trans-dimensional pipes first?
Well, I mean, that's what the mushroom pipes are, really.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, they did that for a while. Mario particularly, though, had so many odd jobs. Mario's kind of famous for having more professions than any other video game character.
Yeah, actually, Barbie's famous for that, too. She's been everything.
She might beat him, actually, but she's not a video game character, at least not originally. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Mario famously was actually a carpenter in his first appearance before a plumber.
Oh, really?
So I guess maybe he tried being a carpenter and was like, this is terrible, I'm going to be a plumber.
That's funny.
And let's see, he was also a construction worker. Mm-hmm. He was a cement factory worker. Mm-hmm. If you want to go the details about this, we went over in our last one where we talked about all the little games here.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was also a soldier who delivered bombs.
He was a race car driver.
Oh, that too.
A pilot.
Oh, yes. Submarine pilot as well.
Yeah.
What else? A painter.
Yeah.
A chef. Mm-hmm. And later would eventually be a doctor. Mm-hmm. So, but plumbing was the thing he was most well known for. I guess that was the most successful thing they did. Also, he didn't...
Oh, yeah, he just tried out being a doctor, and it didn't work out for him.
Well, kind of, I guess. He actually, while he was working in construction, that's when the whole Donkey Kong thing happened. He had a girlfriend named Pauline, and Donkey Kong kept trying to take her from him. Mm-hmm. He ended up rescuing her, but around this time, I should mention, he didn't invite Luigi to a lot of these jobs. Luigi was almost nothing but a plumber.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Mario had to go work the extra jobs for that New York salary. Or, rent.
Yeah. I was thinking of him trying to be a doctor. No, I make too much money as a doctor. I'm just going to go be a freaking plumber.
Well, I told you, he's not a doctor yet. He's not a doctor yet.
Okay. Although, to be fair, plumbers make pretty decent money.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the skilled trades that never, like, their jobs never get taken away by automation or anything like that because it's always necessary.
Well, because it's like a diagnose thing. You have to figure out what's wrong, and you can't have a machine do that, at least not yet.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, plumbing is one of those skilled trades, like welding and stuff like that.
Cool, cool. Anyway, during his adventures plumbing, Mario eventually found a pipe that led back to the mushroom world.
And now he's an adult.
So yeah, Mario and Luigi, they both went through it. They went back to the mushroom world, and they found out that this big bad Bowser guy from their childhood, now grown up, was still kidnapping Princess Peach.
Yep.
Although this was their first time meeting Princess Peach since they were babies.
Yep.
Because she's like famous in the mushroom world.
Mm-hmm. She's their princess.
Oh, I skipped a stage.
Oh, really?
Well, I'll mention it later. Basically, Mario then decides to rescue Princess Peach. That's the first time that they do it. Luigi helps. Luigi gets no credit. And that becomes a regular thing. Throughout all the games, all the adventures, Mario goes on so many different adventures. And so many of them involve rescuing Princess Peach.
Yep.
At one point, though, there is one game called Mario Luigi Partners in Time, where time wormholes are opened up and the past is invaded by aliens. It's a whole complicated thing. Mm-hmm. And so Mario and Luigi go back in time to save the past, and they team up with their baby selves before they had left towards Earth.
Yeah.
So this is how they met their childhood selves, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and how Baby Mario and Baby Luigi had met Peach and the others and aliens and a whole bunch of stuff before they ended up going to Earth. Mm-hmm. I wonder what that memory must have been like. Well, you know what? Actually, I think because they were so young, maybe they didn't remember it.
Yeah, that's very possible.
So that's how Mario was like, I remember all this before. No, because the baby didn't remember.
Yeah.
Also, if you see any game where Baby Mario is playable as a character, time travel, shrug.
Yeah.
And then, things continue to this day. Things rarely change. It's always the same kind of situation. I mean, that's really where Mario came from.
Yep.
So what do you think about that?
That's typical Mario. Always saving Princess Peach.
Right. And there's so many different forms of Mario, which we're definitely going to get to, but I want to talk about his personality first. Mm-hmm. Now, Mario is a Nintendo protagonist, which means almost no personality.
Same thing with Link.
Exactly. They do that on purpose. It's the trope of the silent protagonist. Mm-hmm. And they do it.
I wonder if they're the ones that sort of invented that.
If not, they were on the cusp of that. Mm-hmm. Because it was so far long ago in the 80s. Mm-hmm. It was also just easier back then.
Yep.
Because audio was difficult to implement. Mm-hmm. At least in a word format. They just had like little beeps and stuff for the music. Mm-hmm. That's why they had to make such good melodies to the soundtrack. Because they had to be memorable.
Yeah.
And that's all they had to work with.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a silent protagonist. So Mario doesn't have much character because you're supposed to invest yourself into him and you're supposed to be Mario when you play a game. They don't want Mario going on about his philosophy and throw you out of the game if that's not your philosophy.
Yeah.
This also goes to the whole Caucasian man is the default human stereotype.
Yep. Same thing with Link.
Yeah. So, Mario's personality, very bare bones. It's a generic good guy thing. He's very helpful and kind. Mm-hmm. He wants to help out everyone he can. Mm-hmm. He's always there when you need him. He is particularly known for his strength, but better known for his jumping prowess. Mm-hmm. He doesn't talk much, and when he does talk, he says one-liners like, Yahoo! Let's-a go! That kind of thing.
It's a me, Mario.
Yes. with
can't
some
say
weird
that
version
like
of an
that.
Italian accent.
Yeah, it's really weird. Maybe it's a Mushroom Kingdom accent.
Maybe, yeah.
I think Peach talks kind of the same way.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Oh.
She just goes, Peachy, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You don't get to hear a lot of audio when she talks, but she does talk.
Yeah, it's funny in Super Mario Sunshine, Mario doesn't talk at all, but you get to hear Peach talk.
Yeah, there are some games where dialogue is actually given, and in all of them, Mario still isn't given that treatment. He's an exception to the rule.
Yeah, he's always the silent one.
Exactly. The longest thing I think Mario has ever said was, "Thank you for playing my game."
Yeah, that's the longest thing he's ever said.
Although in some of the Mario RPGs, Mario does actually communicate, just not via speaking.
Oh, yeah.
In Super Mario RPG, Mario would speak with pantomiming the situation.
Oh, really?
So, like, there was one time when he had to go tell someone that Bowser had kidnapped Peach. So he goes over to, like, this Toad elder and goes, like, and then this is difficult on an audio podcast, but he basically tries to pretend to be Peach. He goes, like, "Aww," and then tries to be Bowser, rah, 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 and then, like, tries to, like, pretend kidnap himself as a way of communicating.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was a one-off thing, though.
Yeah.
In most of the other RPG Mario games, he ends up talking by making a very strange "I'm talking" sound, and somehow people are able to understand the message.
Wow.
So whenever, like let's say I'm Mario and you're Peach, okay? Mm-hmm. And we wanted to have a conversation. Mm-hmm. So just say anything that Peach would say.
Oh, Mario.
I need to be able to reply to it, though.
All right. How do you like Delfino Island? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's basically how it goes.
Yeah.
And somehow people are able to understand that. Yay. Mm-hmm. I guess you could imply it's a stylistic choice. Mm-hmm. But that's essentially Mario. Not much there under the surface. We do know that he had a thing with Pauline. And now he has a thing with Peach.
And now Pauline's back.
And they're just friends.
I wonder what happens when if you go back to New Donk City after you complete...
What?
Spoilers for Mario Odyssey. If you go back to New Donk City after you complete Mario Odyssey, and Peach is there, right? Because she travels after the end of it, but so's Pauline. I wonder if they're next to each other or near each other at all.
I highly doubt Nintendo takes a stance on this.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, bare bones story from Nintendo's main protagonist. And they want to keep it that way because he's their mascot. He's the mascot of Nintendo.
Yep.
But we do know from the games that Pauline and Peach appeared in that even after Mario started seeing Peach and she would kiss him after rescuing her, he still saw Pauline for a bit.
Did he?
So Mario, he his two relationships overlapped a bit, if you know what I mean.
Two-timer.
Exactly. But now he and Pauline aren't dating; they're just friends. Mm-hmm. They managed to bring back that friendship after quite a long absence from Pauline.
Yeah, and she apparently was working hard on her career.
Oh yeah, she became a mayor of a kingdom.
Yep.
A mayor of a king. Okay.
She's mayor of New Donk City.
Oh, she's okay, it's a city within the kingdom. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Good catch. All right, so that is the primary Mario. That's the Mario we all know and kind of love or whatever. I mean, I used to play as Mario back when there weren't many character options, but as soon as they started expanding the pool, I don't play as Mario anymore.
Yeah, I always played as Peach, but these days I prefer playing as Daisy if she's an option.
Daisy's cool.
Yeah, I loved Daisy.
So, we want to talk about the other forms of Mario. This is the faces of Mario, right? Mm-hmm. Now, there are a lot of them, and we've separated them into a few categories. So, the first one is alternate forms of the primary Mario. Mm-hmm. So, these are all different forms Mario can take, because Mario, using power-ups, can turn into so many different things.
Yeah.
So, I figured we'd go through them.
All right.
So, his first form is Small Mario, which first appeared in Super Mario Bros.
And that's when he gets small after he gets hit, right?
Yes, when he's in this form, a single hit will kill him. Mm-hmm. And he's just basically shorter than his normal form. Mario is already pretty short, much shorter than Peach and Luigi, but this makes him even shorter.
Yep. Super Mario from Donkey Kong.
That's his most iconic form. That's the form he's in almost all the time.
Okay, that's his normal form.
Yes. That's when he is so tall that he's almost as tall as Luigi. And it takes 2 hits to kill him.
Yeah. All right.
Next we have
Fire Mario.
also from Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
So whenever Mario gets a fire flower,
Yeah. He can power up and shoot fireballs.
yes. And that's essentially what Fire Mario is. And from there, you can get 3 hits. It's one of the most iconic power-ups, fire. Mario, in fact, is associated with the element of fire, and in some games is shown having the ability to use fireballs and other fire-type attacks, even without getting a fire flower.
Invincible Mario.
Oh, so you know what this one is, right?
And that's the star.
Okay, so I'll stop. It's when you get the invincibility star in Super Mario Bros. And Mario, for about 10 seconds, will be invincible and cannot die from any attacks.
Yep. Super Ball Mario. Oh, wait. He also kind of bulldozes over any enemies in his way.
Yes.
So, yeah. Super Ball Mario.
From Super Mario Land?
What's this one?
Well, this one, I forgot what it is that gives you the power. I think it's just a ball. But Super Ball Mario can shoot these iron balls.
Oh,
I know. It's from a regular flower. Fire flower gives you fireballs. This flower gives you metal balls to shoot people with.
that's really weird. I've never seen this one.
It was only in this game because the graphics were too limited to do fireballs.
Wow. All right. Ball Mario.
That was also in Super Mario Land. You only get it on the main menu screen. If you select to erase your data, the erase your data block button will power up Mario into a bomb. And then he goes over and blows up your save data.
Oh my god.
It's the only time it appears, but it was weird. I wanted to put it on the list because we're including everything I could think of.
Okay, cool. All right, Bunny Mario.
That's from Super Mario Land 2 of the 6 golden coins. And you get that from eating a carrot.
Oh.
And Mario will then grow bunny ears and be able to hop really high.
Oh, that's cool.
This actually inspired the bunny hood item from Super Smash Bros.
Oh, really?
Because where you get the bunny ears and you jump around a lot.
All right, so Raccoon Mario.
That's a lot more of a popular one these days. Probably the second most popular, third since Fire and Invincible of the power-ups. Because you get Raccoon Mario whenever you get a Super Leaf.
Oh, I see.
And it makes Mario grow like raccoon ears and a tail.
Oh, I see.
And we say raccoon, but it's really based more on the fictional mythical Tanuki from Japanese mythology.
Oh, that's what I was... I thought it was called Tanuki.
No, that's something else.
Okay.
So with this, Mario can actually fly around. This will be the first of many flying power-ups, as basically Nintendo wants to keep the same gameplay mechanic, but wants to, juggle up the look of it.
All right, Hammer Mario. Is this when he's like one of the Hammer Bros?
Yes, because in Super Mario Bros. 3, they had a lot of power-ups. So Hammer Mario is one that throws hammers. You get it when you get the hammer suit. So he dons the suit, and you can throw hammers a lot, just like Hammer Bros. And Bowser.
Oh, that's cool. All right, Frog Mario.
Frog Mario is an interesting one because you do it with the frog suit. It's also in Super Mario Bros. 3. And people hate underwater levels. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
But the frog suit, for a lot of people, makes them bearable. Because once you get the frog suit, you can swim through those things really quickly.
Ah, I see.
But on land, it doesn't do so much. You just kind of hop around.
I see. All right, Tanuki Mario.
Now, that's the one you were thinking of.
Yeah.
It's also from Super Mario Bros. 3. If you get the Tanuki suit, Mario wears it, and he's essentially in like an entire Tanuki jumpsuit. And it's like the raccoon one. He can fly with the Tanuki suit, but he gets another ability to turn into a secondary form.
Oh, Statue Mario?
Yes. And so Tanuki can turn into a statue, which will then be completely ignored by enemies. And also you can use it to smash down on enemies.
I see. That's cool. All right, Cape Mario.
Now that one appeared in Super Mario World. Again, it's another flying one. They wanted to revamp it. But with the cape, you can actually control your trajectory a lot more.
Oh, I see. Cool.
It's not simply run, jump, and fly. With the cape, you can go up and down, up and down. It was actually a lot of fun.
Cool.
This is why in Super Smash Bros., Mario has a cape too.
Ah, all right, cool.
Some of his abilities are reminiscent of power-ups you can get in various games, like the fireball and the cape.
Yeah. All right, Balloon Mario.
Balloon Mario also appeared in Super Mario World, and you get it by picking up a P balloon, like the letter P. I think it's supposed to stand for power-up.
Oh, I see.
Not.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So Mario basically inflates into a balloon and can hover.
Oh. Okay.
Definitely not as useful as flying.
Yeah. Metal Mario.
Also, he can pop.
Oh, gosh. Metal Mario.
So Metal Mario first appeared in Super Mario 64.
And that's when he's sort of tougher, has more defense.
Yes, you get the metal cap, and he can turn into Metal Mario. He is made of metal. He will sink in water, lava, poison, but he doesn't get hurt by any of it.
Oh, I see.
So it's lets him withstand other elements, kind of thing.
All right, Wing Mario.
Also in Super Mario 64, another replacement for flying.
I see.
And this time he gets a winged cap. You can fly around. This was actually really cool because it was the first 3D game, so you get to fly around in 3D.
Oh, that's cool.
It was actually really fun. I love to put the cap on, go into a cannon, and then just shoot myself out and fly around.
That's really cool.
Because normally when you shoot yourself out of a cannon, you just crash and it hurts. But with the flying, it doesn't hurt anymore.
That's really cool.
You ever play Super Mario 64?
No.
This is a shame. It's a good game.
And I probably never will.
Well, you can play the remake for DS. I have that. You can play that.
Oh, the remake?
Yeah.
All right, I may consider playing the remake. Vanish Mario.
Same game. You put on the Vanish cap and it makes you translucent. Essentially invisible. No one can see you.
Oh, I see. So you can go past enemies and stuff.
You can also phase through walls.
Oh, cool.
Certain walls.
Wait. How do you do that in 3D? Phase through walls?
You just walk through them.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's the 64 equivalent of going TCL. No, that's toggling no clip on modern games for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. All right. Mega Mario.
So this was a new form released by New Super Mario Bros.
And that's the big mushroom.
Yeah, if you get the Mega Mushroom, which is giant and somehow fits into a little block, Mario will go Mega, filling up almost the entire screen, and can rampage down an alleyway and destroy everything in sight.
Yep.
But it's only a temporary one.
All right, Mini Mario.
I mean, a few of these are temporary. Like all the Super Mario 64 cap ones, all those were temporary.
Ah, okay.
Mini Mario was introduced in the same game, New Super Mario Bros., and you turn much smaller Mini. Now, the bad thing is this is even worse than the small Mario. You'll get killed in one hit.
Oh.
But the benefit of it, there's some places you can only fit in as
you're
Mini Mario.
I see.
And you can also jump the same height as you would as normal Mario.
Oh,
so
I
it
see.
seems like you're jumping higher as Mini Mario, but really you're just smaller and it seems higher.
Okay. Shell Mario.
Same game. You basically wear a Koopa shell, a blue one.
Oh, I see.
And you can go around like how shells knock back and forth. You can do that.
Oh, all right, cool.
So it's a fun one, but not the most useful thing.
Fiery Metal Mario.
So in Super Mario Strikers Charge, it's the sequel to the soccer game. You could, whenever you have a captain of your team, the ball gets passed back and forth. The captain can do a charged shot of the ball, which is like this weird electric contraption. And whenever they do so, a lot of energy goes into your captain, and they perform a power strike. And it's one of the most powerful moves in the game. Each captain gets one, but each one turns into something else. It's a really underrated sports game. My favorite Mario sports game of all.
And played it. It's cool.
Yeah. And Mario turns into Fiery Metal Mario. He gets fire and metal.
Oh, I see.
And he transfers that to the ball when he kicks it.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool.
Again, it's a momentary one.
All right. Ice Mario.
So this is Ice Mario from Super Mario Galaxy. It's the opposite of the fire one. But this one was a little weird. Mario becomes made of ice and can ice skate around.
And what about the ice flower?
That's not a thing in this one. Well,
Did you forget that one?
No, you get it with an ice flower, but it's different than the one you're thinking of. So
Oh, okay. So you didn't forget the ice flower.
we haven't
You
gotten to it yet.
Oh, okay.
With this ice, Mario becomes made of ice. He can ice skate around, and any water he touches freezes.
I see. All right. B Mario.
Again, these are going to be from Super Mario Galaxy. Bee Mario, Mario turns into a bee. You get it
Okay,
from
then.
taking the bee mushroom.
All right. Boo Mario.
I wasn't done.
All right.
Bee Mario can't touch water. Bee Mario will die.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, you'll just revert back to normal Mario.
B
You'll lose the power up.
Boo Mario.
I'm still on Bee Mario.
All right.
Bee Mario can fly around like a bee.
I
And can
see.
stick to walls like with honey.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
All right.
now I'm
cool.
ready.
All right. Boo Mario.
You get that from the Boo mushroom. And Mario turns into a boo, a ghost. And Mario can phase through some walls, can fly around, and not be restrained to gravity. Now, normally the way boos, the ghosts work, is if you're looking at them, they're shy and they'll stay there. But when you're looking away is when they come for you. When you're in the Boo Mario form, it's the opposite, actually. They will chase you because they're in love with you, because you still retain the manly mustache or something.
Okay.
And they have like this infatuated look on their faces.
That's really weird.
Was it necessary? No. Does it exist? Yes.
That's a good way to summarize it. It exists. All right. Spring Mario.
You get that from taking the spring mushroom. And Mario gets coiled and wrapped up in a spring. And you can jump really high with it, but you have to be careful because you are always bouncing. You never stop bouncing.
I see.
So it can be a very hard one to control.
All right. Spring Mario.
You just did that one.
Oh, Flying Mario.
Yes, another flying one. They didn't even bother naming it something else. It's just Flying Mario.
Okay.
You get it from using the red star, which will make Mario turn black and red and start flying around with the power of magic.
Okay, then.
It was only used in 2 levels ever.
Wow. All right. Rainbow Mario.
This is the Super Mario Galaxy equivalent of the Invincible Mario. It's the exact same thing,
see.
but he's in rainbow colors.
Oh, cool. Cloud Mario.
Ooh, that one's cool. So now we're on Super Mario Galaxy 2. And Cloud Mario was probably one of the most powerful power-ups that wasn't just outright invincibility.
What was it?
You get 3 clouds. You get it from you get it from the Cloud Flower. You become Cloud Mario and you get 3 clouds. Every time Mario spins, he will create a cloud underneath him to stand on.
Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
essentially 3 extra platforms you can carry around with you.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so you can use that to get to places you otherwise couldn't have.
Rock Mario.
Now that one you get from the rock mushroom. And you
That
can...
does not sound like a tasty mushroom.
Ow, my teeth. So Mario gets enveloped in some type of rock outfit and can roll up into a rock like a bowling ball and knock things down.
Okay.
No, not very useful.
Ice Mario.
Now this is the one you were thinking of with the ice flower from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's exactly like Fire Mario, but with ice. He throws ice balls.
Yeah, and they can
they can freeze
the
instead of burn.
enemies. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Penguin Mario.
Penguin Mario is the better version of Ice Mario.
Okay.
It can throw the ice balls, but also you can slide around like a penguin.
That's cool.
Yes, and it's really good for swimming as well. It's even better than the frog suit.
Oh, wow. All right.
Penguin Mario is like if Ice Mario and Frog Mario got married and had children, but then you have Penguin Mario.
All right, then. Propeller Mario.
Mario wears a suit from the propeller mushroom and has a propeller on his head and can use it to fly short distances.
Okay.
It's fun. You can drill down, but again, it's just another one of those flying ones.
All right, Gold Mario.
This is from New Super Mario Bros. 2. Like, that game was all about the money. Wario would have cried if he saw that game. And if you get the gold mushroom, you can turn into Gold Mario. Mario will turn into Gold Mario.
Yeah.
And he shoots these giant golden fireballs that turns everything it touches into more gold.
Oh my god.
So it's just raining money.
Wow. All right, Flying Squirrel Mario.
So that was a New Super Mario Bros. U. It's another flying one, but this time you're a flying squirrel. So after you fly, you can glide.
That's cool.
I guess.
Yes.
It's like, okay, this is more of the same.
Power Squirrel Mario.
Because one squirrel power-up wasn't enough.
Apparently not.
Basically, this is a more powerful version of the Flying Squirrel Mario. This
Oh,
one,
I see.
the amount you can fly is unlimited.
Oh.
It's usually given as a power-up to people who die too much and the game feels sorry for them.
Okay. I will get a lot of Power Squirrels then.
If you play this game.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that one, unfortunately.
We don't? Oh.
Nah.
All right, Boomerang Mario.
That appeared in Super Mario 3D Land. Mm-hmm. And Mario puts on a... wait. I thought it was a boomerang suit. Maybe it's just a boomerang. Boomerang flower? Oh, yeah, I think it was a boomerang flower.
Oh, yeah.
And it's essentially the same as the hammer one, but now he throws boomerangs that come back to you.
Oh, cool.
You can actually lose your boomerang, though.
That sucks. White Raccoon Mario.
That is a invincible version of the Raccoon Mario. You get it from an invincibility leaf.
Okay.
It's like if Raccoon Mario and Invincible Mario had a baby.
All right.
And it's given to players that die too often. It's essentially a cheat item.
Yeah, I would probably get that a lot.
It lets you fly and makes you invincible. It is the best power-up we have looked at so far.
All right, Cat Mario. I remember this one.
This one's from Super Mario 3D World, one of the best Mario games ever.
Yes.
And you get it when you find a bell. It'll turn you into Cat Mario.
Yep.
And Mario wears a cat suit and can now climb up some things and use his claws to attack enemies.
Yes, I love Cat Mario.
I mean, it's all right.
Lucky Cat Mario.
Because one cat wasn't enough.
No, one cat is not enough.
It's essentially the same thing. It's a more powerful version of the Cat Mario. You only get after you beat the main game, and it's a different color bell. You have to get the power bell or something.
All right. White Tanuki Mario.
They replaced White Raccoon Mario with White Tanuki Mario.
Ah, I see.
It's a, you get like the invincibility leaf or Tanuki suit or something like that. I think it's the leaf, actually. But now it's White Tanuki Mario, where it's the entire Tanuki suit, but it's white and kind of golden with accents. And it makes you invincible, and you can fly, and you can turn into Statue Mario.
Oh, wow.
So that is literally the most powerful power-up Mario can get.
Wow.
Very overpowered. They give it to you if you die too much.
Big Mario.
It's a cheat. Big Mario appeared only in Super Mario Maker.
Okay.
So it's essentially a halfway point between Super Mario and Mega Mario.
Oh, all right.
It only makes you so big. And it only worked in the levels that were, from the old Mario games.
All right. Weird Mario.
Now, one thing Super Mario Maker had was sometimes when you would get a mushroom, you'd get a weird one. It wouldn't look right. It'd have a weird form to it. And Weird Mario, when eating this weird mushroom, would become very tall, like Super Mario, but not right. He'd be very lanky and weird in his proportions.
Like Waluigi?
Kind of like that. And so they just called Weird Mario, and some of the sound effects would be different. It's just, I don't know why they added that. For just kind of a cameo goof kind of thing. It was amusing.
Costume Mario.
Okay, so you know what the amiibo are, right? Mm-hmm. So for many of the Nintendo consoles, there's these little trading figures that will interact with the game. Now, one way they've made it interact with the game consoles is almost every amiibo that's out there, if you use it with the Super Mario Maker game, you will get a costume that you can assign to essentially a costume mushroom.
I see.
To a super mushroom.
I see.
And if Mario gets one of these super mushrooms, Mario will essentially wear a costume as that character.
Oh, cool.
And this is how you can play as, Link, Bowser, Peach, Luigi, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Inklings, any character that has an amiibo for the Nintendo consoles, you can play as in Super Mario Maker.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So I didn't want to list out every single one of the costumes, but they're kind of all considered the same thing, and it gives you an extra hit.
Nice. All right.
Okay, so those were all the different forms. I know it was kind of like bang, bang, bang down a list, but that's essentially what they are. Mm-hmm. They're mostly design and function as opposed to any type of story ramifications. But hey, we're doing Mario, so what'd you expect? But there are some alternate identities of the primary Mario that we wanted to talk about. Mm-hmm. So let's get that.
Baby Mario.
Yes, Baby Mario is the first and the second category. Mm-hmm. Baby Mario appeared in Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And we talked a bit about Baby Mario's backstory in past when we were talking about Mario's. Mm-hmm. He's basically just the younger baby version of Mario, unable to retain any of the time-traveling adventures he has.
All right, Superstar Mario.
Now, Baby Mario did have one alternate form he can go in. If he got a superstar, he can turn into Superstar Mario, which is his version of Invincible Mario.
Oh,
he wears a cape and can fly around.
That's
and
adorable.
is invincible.
Okay. Dr. Mario.
Which first appeared in Dr. Mario. Mm-hmm. So this is what I was saying. Later, Mario would eventually apparently get a doctorate and start practicing medicine.
Yeah.
And by practicing medicine, we basically mean, hey, you got viruses. Throw pills until they go away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he does definitely take on the Dr. Mario persona many times throughout the franchise's history, every time they have a Dr. Mario game. Mm-hmm. And so much so that Dr. Mario even appears as a separate character in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
not necessary.
Yeah. All right, Captured Enemy.
So, again, this is like the costume thing, but Captured Enemies from Super Mario Odyssey. Mm-hmm. And when Mario has Cappy, he can capture most enemies he comes across. There's like 60 different ones. I didn't want to list all of them. Mm-hmm. They call it capturing, but we know what it really is.
It's possessing.
Exactly. So...
and by the way, you do, in fact, possess a human one time throughout the entirety of it.
Yeah, they really didn't want you to do it at all, but they seem to have forgotten one.
Yep. Well, I think they had that one set up there for that power moon. And
they didn't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are some of the alternate identities. They're not really power-ups, but other things Mario has been. A baby, a doctor, and a ghost possessing people. Mm-hmm. Now, there's another category we want to talk about. Category number 3. 3 out of 4. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a category of alternate versions of Mario. And this is what we referenced in the quote at the beginning.
I see.
There are a lot of spin-offs, anti-Marios, essentially.
Yeah.
Or other versions of Mario that are completely separate from Mario as an entity. They're other beings, individuals, and not just power-ups. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're clones, sometimes they're made of who knows what.
Yeah.
But we wanted to talk about these, and these are what I consider to be truly the other faces of Mario. Because all we've talked about so far are just multiple expressions of Mario. Mm-hmm. These are the other faces.
Yep.
So let's go over these.
All right, Mr. Game & Watch.
Yes, from the original Game & Watch. Mr. Game & Watch really was a placeholder for Mario.
I see.
In fact, there have been many Game & Watch games that would be remade and they would just replace Mr. Game & Watch with Mario. In fact, they would use them interchangeably. Some of them would appear as Mr. Game & Watch, but call him Mario.
Oh my god, really?
So you really could say that they're the same character, but the Super Smash Bros. Series has kind of really reinvented Mr. Game & Watch as its own entity.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And in that series, Mr. Game & Watch, his backstory is he came from like a 2D universe. Mm-hmm. And when he was brought into the world of trophies, they found out he was made of this substance that they would call subspace. And that's where they ended up making a lot of the subspace emissary from. Out of the shadow bugs come from Mr. Game & Watch.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Well, we talked about in the Smash episode.
Oh, I see. All right, Wario.
Yes, who first appeared in Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. Mm-hmm. Wario is the quintessential anti-Mario.
Yep.
It's just M turned upside down, W.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really most of his character. Sometimes he's considered to be a cousin of Mario. It's never really made clear.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was wanting to say, some people say that Mario's full name is Mario because they're called the Mario Brothers. So why would they do that unless their last names were both Mario? And I'll answer that question. One, it's dumb and doesn't make sense. For the same reason that if this show was called Kyle or the Kyle siblings, That wouldn't mean I'm Kyle, and you're Kira Kyle. That would just mean one of us is Kyle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're also not siblings, so it doesn't work. But secondly, actually, no, that was my second point.
Oh. All right. Paper Mario.
I just want to say a bit about Wario's past, actually.
Oh, what?
Well, yeah, so Wario, not sure where he came from. Oh, actually, no, we are. He was one of the Star Children.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Waluigi wasn't.
No.
But he was.
Waluigi's just some guy he met.
I think that's one of the funniest things about Mario is that Wario is a star child, but Waluigi isn't.
That's why Waluigi's not playable in Smash.
You know why Waluigi isn't a star child? Because they had to have room for Bowser and Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like...
Although, no, because thing is, in one of the Yoshi games, you saw some of the Star Children, but you didn't know who the seventh one was. And at the end of the game, after you beat the game, there's a reveal where it shows you the seventh Star Child, and it's the Yoshi that you know when Mario grows older.
Oh, I see.
But they could have easily replaced it. Like, what if you beat the game and you see the seventh Star Child and Waluigi?
That would be so funny.
I do think a lot of children would be like, what? But Wario, his biggest thing is greed. He's not evil per se. He's just greedy. He's all in it for himself. So sometimes he does that. He tries to get money for evil deeds. Sometimes they're not evil. Sometimes he does good things to get money. Usually they're not good.
Yeah.
Because it's money. Come on.
Yep. All right. Paper Mario.
Paper Mario is probably the most famous version of the alternate version of Mario. So much so that Paper Mario originally was just Mario. It was just the Paper Mario series was just a stylistic interpretation of the Mario series in an RPG format. Because the original Paper Mario was meant to be a sequel to Super Mario RPG. It was only later retconned in Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, where Mario met Paper Mario.
Yeah.
And we saw that the entire Paper Mario universe existed within a book. So Paper Mario is just like Mario, but in paper form.
Yes.
He shares many of the same emotions and personality as the real Mario. But I prefer Paper Mario because Paper Mario seems a lot more driven to me. Because Paper Mario goes on quests and stories and talks to people.
Yeah.
And Paper Mario makes a lot of friends, has all these partners. Paper Mario's where it's at. Maybe I'm biased because of the games, but I'll accept that.
Yeah, I like Paper Mario. All right, you want to go through Paper Mario's forms?
Yes, Paper Mario has a few forms. Not as much as the main Mario, but some.
Plain Mario.
At one point in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, he's cursed to be able to fold his paper up into the shape of an origami plane.
And he can do that. Thin Mario, which is basically just him turning.
Yeah, he just turns parallel to the universe, which I guess is superpower enough for everyone else to be like, whoa!
Well, in Paper Mario 3D World, he has the power to go into the next dimension.
Oh, it's Super Paper Mario, you mean?
Yeah, it's Super Paper Mario. All right, Tube Mario.
That's another curse where he can roll up into a tube and roll into other places where it's hard to get to.
Boat Mario.
This is like
can fold into a boat.
An origami boat.
An origami boat. All right, Mega Mario.
And Super Paper Mario, if you get a Mega Star, Paper Mario will turn into a giant version of Mario, much like the Mega Mushroom.
Oh, cool.
But the difference is he's a giant 8-bit version of Mario.
That's funny.
Because the star was an 8-bit.
Yeah, all right.
And then they have the invincible music. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Papercraft Mario.
So in Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, Mario and Paper Mario work together to create this giant version of Mario made out of cardboard.
Oh.
And it's called Papercraft Mario. It's like a giant Mario mech.
All right.
Of cardboard.
And then
in a paper world.
And then Papercraft Fire Mario he's on fire.
Same. He's not on fire. Same thing, but it's Fire Mario.
Oh, I see. Cool.
So it throws fireballs and has the red and white outfit.
All right, that's cool.
Yep. So that's the versions of Paper Mario.
All right. Now, Red?
Yes. So Red is a character from Super Paper Mario because that game has you go into alternate universes. And sure enough, you find an alternate universe variant of Paper Mario
Oh, that's really cool.
named Red.
That's cool.
And he's just a guy with a spear, and he's made of paper.
That's
And
cool.
he has a brother named Green.
That's really cool.
He's the brave brother.
I see. All right. Bowser Memory ML?
Yes. Bowser Memory ML appeared in Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Essentially, in that game, Bowser eats Mario and Luigi, but they get shrunk down so they stay alive within his body and they explore his body. When they get to the brain, they need to try to get some information out of him. But finds out there's a firewall, there's security in his brain. And they have to fight Bowser's memory incarnated.
Oh.
And his memory's defense mechanism is to project the most powerful memories of the most strongest opponents Bowser has ever faced.
Oh. And
So you
Mario.
fight these digital versions of Mario and Luigi.
Oh, that's great.
They're called the Bowser Memory ML. And they throw other things from Bowser's memory at you. So it's not just Mario and Luigi.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That was the best Mario and Luigi game, in my opinion.
Yep. All right. Bowser Memory MLX.
Yes. It sounds like some weird coupon. Would you like the MLX deal now? You know what it sounds like?
What's that in Roman numbers? MLX.
That's what it was. I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah, what's that in Roman numbers?
It's probably 160.
160?
I think so. I forgot what M is. I think it's 100. Or is that C? Maybe it's
it?
it's 1060.
Yeah.
So, Bowser Memory MLX. After you beat the game, there is a place within Bowser's body called like the Colosseum or the Pit or something like that.
Oh, I see. And you can go fight.
You can fight enemies you've faced previously, but the whole point of it is that these like hemoglobins will spawn versions of bosses you fought from your memory, Mario and Luigi, and they'll make them harder as a challenge for you.
Oh, I see.
So one of the enemies that you can fight is Bowser Memory MLX. The X indicates that it's a stronger version of the one you fought.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes.
All right. Dreamy Mario.
So in Mario Luigi Dream Team, you find the Dream World. This was during the year of Luigi. So Luigi is basically a super deity figure in the Dream World, able to control much of it. It's his Dream World. And in it, there's this corrupting influence named Phantasma that ends up spawning evil versions of Mario
Oh, I see.
that are like nightmares. Like I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize. Maybe Luigi having a nightmare about Mario's influence over him.
Maybe.
Because you end up having to fight like 20 of them all in the same boss fight. The 20 are considered the boss.
Oh, wow. All right. Mario doll.
So we talked about this in the Super Smash Bros. Episode. But in the original Super Smash Bros., they were all dolls.
Yeah,
So the Mario doll is the doll that Master Hand reanimated as Mario. And that's essentially all there is to it.
Metal Mario.
Oh, that's the other thing. Super Smash Bros. Melee, he then made Metal Mario a separate character.
Oh.
That's the first time it ever happened.
That's dumb.
Yes, but it's dumber when they did it a second time later.
Yes.
We will get to that in the Peach episode.
All right. Dark Mario.
Wait, I just wanted to say, though.
What?
Metal Mario then would reappear as a character many times ever since then. That was just the first time it happened.
Yeah. All right. Dark Mario.
In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the big bad guy in that game, Taboo, who's the one controlling Master Hand.
Oh, does he turn into...
No. He makes dark copies of all the fighters.
Oh, I see.
Like shadow
so you
versions.
have to find Shadow Mario.
Well, Dark Mario.
Yeah, Dark Mario.
And yeah, that's all it is, really. You find him, you defeat him.
All right. Puppet Mario.
So this is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so we definitely need to do a revisit to our Smash episode.
Yeah.
But in that one, they make puppet versions of all the fighters after they all get obliterated.
Yeah, and there's spirits that puppet those puppets.
Exactly. So it's essentially a mold of Mario that gets possessed by other beings.
Yeah.
So it's not even its own sentience.
All right. Robo Mario.
Robo Mario is a robotic duplicate of Mario that appears in Mario Kart Arcade GP.
Okay.
Created apparently by Professor Egad, considering his logo is on him.
Oh, wow. All right, then.
Yeah, he's just another racer that only appeared in that game.
Mm-hmm. All right,
He was born to race.
Rabid Mario.
So this appeared in Mario Rabid Kingdom Battle, the one that Ubisoft worked on.
Yes.
The crossover with the Rayman franchise. Uh-huh. And they had these rabid creatures. And there was
each of them was based on each of the characters.
Exactly.
So there was a Peach Rabbit.
Mario, Rabid Mario, Luigi, Rabid Luigi, Peach, Rabid Peach, Yoshi, Rabid Yoshi.
Yeah.
And the reason this happened is because there was a device that was at the center of that conflict. And it essentially merged a rabbit with features of Mario, making it think it was Mario.
Oh, I see.
And the rabbits are like these Rayman crazy rabbit creatures.
Yes.
Probably the most interesting thing that's ever come out of the Rayman franchise. Mm-hmm. Okay, so those are the alternate versions of Mario.
Yep.
Those are the alternate Marios. Mm-hmm. Again, Paper Mario is the best.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
But there are a few other things we wanted to mention, because there are enemies who have transformed into Mario at some point.
Yes, there are.
So why don't we go over those?
All right. Balome.
Balome was this giant monster beast thing that appeared in Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Oh,
I don't know if it was a reference to some type of Japanese yokai or something. I don't know. But yeah, it could transform and create like clones of Mario.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. All right, Shadow Mario.
In Super Mario Sunshine, Bowser Jr. gets a magic paintbrush that he uses to paint himself and disguise himself as Mario, Shadow Mario.
I remember that.
He then commits many crimes on Isle Delfino, framing Mario.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that.
Yep. So it's an alternate form of Bowser Jr., actually.
That's cool. All right, Cosmic Clone.
No, Cosmic Mario.
Oh, Cosmic Mario, sorry.
Yeah, Cosmic Mario was in Super Mario Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Whenever a cosmic comet would go by a level, it would spawn a duplicate of the player. You always played as Mario, though, so it'd be Mario.
Oh, I see.
Until later, you can unlock Luigi.
Ah, all right.
So Cosmic Mario was an alternate version that would then race you somewhere.
Oh, you have to complete the level faster than them.
If you beat Cosmic Mario in a race, you'll get a star.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right, Cosmic Clone.
Cosmic Clones appeared in Super Mario Galaxy 2.
It's basically the same thing except for Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Well, it worked very differently.
Okay.
There were many of them. It wasn't just one. Mm-hmm. And they would follow you in succession. It'd be like playing the game Caterpillar where you can't cross your own path again.
Oh.
Because they would be right behind you.
All right.
And if you ever stopped moving, then they would run into you and kill you.
Oh, wow.
They followed your path, essentially.
That's really weird.
And the next one.
Big Cosmic Clone.
Same thing, but they were giant.
Okay, that's scary. All right, Bubble Clone.
At Mario Party Island Tour, there's a level where you have to fight bubble clones of your own characters, including a Mario one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're made of bubbles.
I have that game, but I did not know that.
Yes, it happens. Magic.
All right, I guess spoiler for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Dupless.
Now, that's the quote we referenced at the beginning, because Paper Mario has, the best story. So I want to set this up a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Unless you want to say this one?
Oh, yes.
All right.
All right. So, Dupless is one of the enemies in
He's a Duplighost.
Yes, he's a Duplighost.
But he's a specific one that has retreated to his own castle that's near this other town.
Mm-hmm. And basically, he can take your identity unless you are able to name him. So his name is actually kind of a spoiler. So you get, he takes your identity and pretends to be you, and then you have to find out his name and tell him his name so that you can get your identity back.
The way the game does is actually really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Because
you have to try to type in his name the first time you meet him, but you can't because you're missing a letter.
They do that to ensure you don't know it ahead of time.
Yes. So even if you do know what his name is ahead of time, you don't get the letter to put it in. But then not only do you actually find out his name, you find the letter, and then you're able to name him.
I still think, though, the way they did this was cool because when you find him, you just beat him like any other boss. And a really easy boss, and the easiest one you've faced so far. He's just like a regular enemy. But then after you win, Mario's like, yeah, and his companions are like, that was easy. And they walk off. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm not controlling you anymore. What's going on? It's controlling itself. And then you realize the shadow was left behind. You are the shadow now.
Yep.
He took your identity.
Yeah.
And you can go back to town and Mario's talking with all the locals and the locals are all like, thanks, Mario. And you're just like, I'm alone. And then you even meet up with one of the villains of the story, one who's been particularly abused. And she ends up empathizing with you and helps you get your identity back. But then when you do, she finds out, oh, you're the guy I'm supposed to fight.
Oh, yeah.
So I have so much nostalgia for the Paper Mario franchise.
Was a really good story.
We got to do Paper Mario as its own episode.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So, yeah, that guy was Dupless. I also found it cool, like, when he would face you down outside the city, and the reason he would say is because, well, I don't want to get my reputation sullied. I'm paraphrasing. But he would say, you can guess my name. And I was sitting there as a kid playing this, like, I have no idea what your name is. But this is what I liked about games, those kinds of games anyway. Games that, even if they're like intended for children to play them, don't walk them by the hand.
Let them figure things out for themselves.
Yes. Treat them like they have intelligence.
Oh, I see.
There we go. So, and I feel like that's what that game did. You had to go and figure it out yourself. Now, next we have
Dark Mario
from Super Paper Mario.
Oh, yeah.
This is a version of Taboo. Sorry, not Taboo. Shadow. Shadow was a villain in the Paper Mario franchise, a really powerful one who was condemned to a giant pit. When you show up, she copies your form of all of your characters and then switches back and forth between Dark Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Bowser and fights you. She is the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I remember.
And next?
Master Core.
Now, this was from Super Smash Bros. 4, the one for 3DS and Wii U. Master Core went through many different forms, but one form would copy your fighter. And so Master Core could pretend to be Mario amongst many other characters.
Ah, I see.
And those are the faces of Mario.
Yeah, there are a lot of them.
Not much story. Probably the most story we got out was the original Mario, Paper Mario, and Dupless.
Yep.
But maybe a little bit with Wario. But hopefully when we revisit this series and do Luigi, Peach, and Bowser, I think especially Peach and Bowser, maybe a bit Luigi, those are going to be more interesting, so it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, because, they actually have personality.
Exactly. Mario's just a cookie-cutter good guy. And, I won't listen to anyone who says anything about Mario being evil. There's just way too much evidence to the complete contrary. Not saying he's the best brother, but he's not evil.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been Game Theorem.
Yeah.
We have an email at gametheorems@gmail.com if you want to contact us.
We have social media throughout the Mushroom Kingdom.
And I'm Kyle.
I'm Kira.
Bye.
Bye.